Hi friends, Leslie Brooke here with Forging Fitness Training Studio, and I have an exercise for you that will put a little bit of hair on your chest. It's called the Man Maker exercise, and I bring it up because the other day I posted a video, it was actually a photo, of me doing an overhead squat, and in the background was this workout. And a lot of people noticed the Man Maker on this workout, and they wanted to know what it was because they wanted to give this whole 4 rounds for time workout a try. And so they asked me what it was, and I promised a video, so here we go. I'm going to show you 2 versions of the Man Maker. First one's going to involve weights, and it's going to have all the high-end options. This is the traditional Man Maker exercise. And then I'll push the weights to the side and show you some modifications for those of you who need to make some changes for knees, shoulders, elbows, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, all that fun stuff. So here we go, Man Maker. We're going to start with a set of heavy dumbbells. And let's just grab those and we'll stand up. You want to go ahead and start with a nice strong posture, which means lower abs drawn in, shoulders back and down, and squeeze through your glutes. Now we're going to actually set our feet wide and set the weight down to the ground while keeping a really good form. So you want your back flat, lead with your tailbone down, set the weight down. Then you're going to jump back into a plank, and when you jump into the plank, make sure your back doesn't sag. You also want to make sure you jump with your feet wide enough to support you during the Renegade Row. From here, we're going to drop into a Tricep Push-Up. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to point your elbows towards your feet. Rub your ribs with your elbows as you drop down. Then rub your elbows against your ribs as you push back up. Make sure you really brace your core for this next exercise because you're going to want to make sure that your hips don't rock left and right. So brace really tight, squeeze through your glutes, pull the weight to your ribs, one side and then the other. This is called a Renegade Row. Then you'll jump in, feet land outside of the weights. You also want to drop your tailbone and lift your chest. I always like to say if you had a Superman logo on your chest, everybody in front of you would be able to see it. Then from here, you're going to power up through your legs and draw the weight to your chest in a dumbbell clean. Here, you're going to drop down into a deep squat, as low as you can go, and push press the weight up to the ceiling. Then just continue that movement of exercises. I'll go through it at full pace for you. Weights drop down, chest is up, jump back. Push up, row, row, jump in, clean, squat press, repeat. And we'll call that good for now. So my heart rate's going, and you can think about how after 9 of those, you're really going to be pretty wiped out, which is great. All right. So then the next option is the modified Man Maker. So to get started, just place your feet right outside your hips. We're going to bring our hands to the ground. Again, Superman logo. Get your hands down to the ground. Step back. From here, you can drop to your knees and just touch your ribs instead of pulling a weight. Then drop down into the tricep. Pop back to your toes. Bring feet one at a time to the outsides of your hands. Chest is up, tailbone is down. Stand up, fingers to ears, prisoner squat. Another option here, hands down, you can step or jump back. Maintain knees up while you perform your Renegade Row. Then drop to your knees, Tricep Push-Up, and step or jump in. And another option here, jump up. kind of like coming out of a burpee. So let's talk about form on some of these. When we go into a Renegade Row, you really want to make sure that your hips are not rocking. So a lot of times we want to shift like that and then touch. Okay? The reason that feels so much more comfortable is because by shifting our hips, we're taking weight off of this muscle here, but this is a muscle we're trying to engage. So really you want to make sure you have bent elbows, squeeze your glutes, and when you touch this, so I'm going to lift my right hand, but my left lat is the muscle that's going to be working. So I'm going to engage that muscle, touch, and then shift sides and touch without rocking side to side. Okay? Now let's talk about the tricep push-up. Elbows face your feet, shoulders away from your ears. Feel your ribs against your elbows as you drop down and push back up. Now some folks won't be able to do this because their shoulders, lats, and triceps are all too weak. But as you get more and more practice with this Renegade Row and get stronger there, these big muscles are going to be able to support you a lot more, okay? So if you need to, you can just go about halfway as long as you can maintain form, or just take out the tricep push-up altogether. So that's a lot of modifications, but it gives you guys lots of options. So work on what you can, set goals for taking it up to that next level. All right, so the workout is 4 rounds for time. So what that means is you run through these 3 exercises 4 times as quickly as you can, and you time how long it takes you to get through all 4 rounds. That's what for time means. And it has a progressive increasing repetition. So you do 9 man makers, then we let go of the weights, do 15 push-ups and 21 jump squats. Real quickly on those push-ups. They're going to be wider than your tricep push-ups. So when we do Renegade Row and tricep push-ups in the man makers, your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. But for traditional push-ups, we're going to go a little bit wider. And when you drop into that push-up, turn your elbows slightly out, about 45 degrees. Keep shoulders away from your ears, and then press back up. Option here from your knees. Okay, hips move up and down with you. They're not sagging and they're not lagging. All right, so none of this nose diving here, people. Pull your shoulders right over your hands. Let your hips move down with you at the same time. Okay? Now jump squats. You start feet hip width, touch the ground, jump up as high as you can. If that's too hard on your knees, 2 options here. Start narrow, touch, step wide, touch, back to narrow. That would make 3, 4, 5, 6. Another option would be to maybe do a little bit of a hop and go in and out. So narrow, touch, little hop out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make sure on that squat, your tailbone is leading the way down and up, and you're not doing this to stand, okay? So we're looking at this right here, okay? All right, that is it for this workout. So if you end up giving this workout a try, use all the modifications you need to, time yourself, come back here, post in the comments below what your time was. We'd love to hear about it. It could inspire somebody else to try the workout too, and who knows, maybe somebody else will get fit because they saw you doing your workout as well. I was also going to say that this exercise is called the Man Maker. I did not make up the exercise myself. It's been in the industry for years. However, I did come up with another sequences of exercises that I call the Woman Maker. And instead of emphasis being on power and cardio, it's going to be more on flexibility and endurance. And I would love to show you that exercise in my next video. And if you would like to see it too, please hit the subscribe button ring the little bell so when you get notifications when I do make my posts. And I appreciate you all watching today. Have a great workout, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.